I have a question about related to personal injury. How important is having a police report when you are making a personal injury claim or just reporting to your insurance company that you've had an accident and maybe you just felt like, oh, I didn't call the police because I was in a hurry, but then later you're reporting to your insurance the damage. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's actually a great question because a lot of people they don't want to wait for the police and they just want to exchange information.
Mm-hmm.
It's really really important for you to get a police report because you need documentation because everybody inherently is telling the truth at that time when people are around. But the moment you drive away, people start lying and they start saying, "I didn't say that. That person hit me," or "This is how it happened." And then we run into an issue of liability, and then the insurance company will deny the at fault party will deny coverage because they'll say it's not their driver's fault. Their driver said something different when they did the recorded statement. So now we have the problem of we may have to file suit. We might have to file suit to depose people and go through this process. It creates something that could have taken maybe an hour. Now it takes months and months and months if we even get to that point. If it's not very clear cut, so it's very important. And on the same subject, we need to get this. We need to ask for a long form. A lot of sheriffs and law enforcement they don't actually want to do this because it's a lot of work. But a lot of times they just want to do a quick thing if there's no injuries because people feel pain the next day. They don't always feel pain the same day unless it's pretty substantial. The next day you feel like I hit by a truck. So the long form it goes into detail and it has like a narrative of what they write in detail of what happened in the accident
Okay.
and they draw a map. On the short form they don't do none of those things.
Okay.
So and then later on we have one that the police cited the other party at fault, but because they didn't do a long form, the teenage driver that hit my client that my client didn't speak English, which is another problem we can
Ooh.
talk about because they discriminate a lot
Mm-hmm.
towards like people that don't understand the language.
Mm-hmm.
They took the word of a 17-year-old high school kid that it wasn't his fault after the police cited him and that they rejected liability because they said there's no narrative on the long form. So
Wow.
now we have to file suit and we called the sheriff and they're like, it's been a few months. I don't remember what I
Right.
wrote, what I did. So it's very important that you actually get a police report and you actually get a long form. You specifically have to ask for it.
Long.
If not, they won't do it.
Okay.
Is there any way to remedy it later on after the accident has passed several days? Can you call the police back at that point, or
Yeah.
what's common practice?
We do. Yeah, we call the police. We look for witnesses. We look at the actual the pictures to the car itself because that tells the story a lot of times. Because they might say whatever, but if depending on how the car is dented, how the impact was, you say, well, there's no way. Another scenario, we have another one. They said, oh, your client hit our client, like, but your client, their front end of the car is completely damaged. So for sure, the pictures,
Something happened.
your client hit something substantial, the cracked whole front end, and my client has a dent, like they hit a pole. So the pictures help a lot, witnesses, and putting a little bit of pressure. And we've been able to change liability, but it's more difficult,
challenging.
more challenging. Yeah.
Okay.
But the Hispanic thing is definitely an issue, and that leads me to an immigration question.